Now I ask you this question. Have you ever seen slimes fly? Alright, this is hilarious. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. I'm so happy that this is built. Oh, he's so creepy. He's just flying towards me. Okay, Mr. Slime, you can go. Hello and welcome to episode 62 of Socketcraft. In the last episode, I built up this market area to add on to our lower ring of Boston Say build. And since then, in between episodes, we've added up a bunch of residential houses up alongside the market area, and I've expanded out where I want a few more market stalls to be. But I'm getting a little burnt out from building. This is a really big project, so today we're not going to do building. We're going to focus on a new technical project. And that project is going to be over here right underneath the Raid Coliseum. You see, if we go under the Coliseum, there's an area that I've already dug out a little bit. And no, I'm not talking about this hole from the actual Raid Coliseum. I'm talking about down below it. I've dug out this room here and then another room below it, so we can do another little mini game down in this area. Now, the main idea of this little mini game for myself is that we're going to funnel the mobs out of this mob farm behind me, and instead of sending them up to this raid arena here, we're just going to send them down into a different little battle arena down below here where we can battle them, but there's going to be a twist, a very, very cool twist. A member of my Twitch community by the name of fairlyHard designed this really cool redstone and I guess shulker based mechanism that is called a Shulker Gun, and I did a few modifications of my own to create what I call this shulker floor. So now we can send our golem in to activate it, and he will go in, activate it, stay there long enough to get this shulker angry, and activate the Shulker Gun. Now inside of here there is... oh, that is very loud. Now inside here there's a lot of shulkers, and whenever this one gets angry at the snow golem, they all get angry at it, so all of their bullets can only travel out of the scaffolding and not back down, and this causes it so that their bullets only have one place to go, and they come up here, and then they will eventually just travel around this floor area trying to chase on this snow golem and hitting the mobs around this area. So if I turn into survival mode and they start chasing me, we'll see that they also very likely get hit by these shulker bullets, and I think this will create a pretty fun minigame. So we have a few things that we need to do before we're ready to create this minigame. Number one is we need to create the Shulker Gun. Number two is we need to get 23 shulkers down into the Shulker Gun. And then we need to decorate this area to make it an actual battleground. So I think we might as well get started and start building up the Shulker Gun. Welcome back, and the Shulker Gun is pretty much complete at this point. We've done everything we need to do except get the shulkers in there. So we need to get a shulker up against that glass right there, and then we're going to need to fill this area here with 23 shulkers so that we can pick them all up at once with 23 minecarts. Those minecarts will come into here. We'll push it up with that piston and push it into the scaffolding with that piston. So now I just need to reroute this railway down to underneath the Coliseum over there. So I've got a little bit of railway building to do. And now that we have all the rails set up, we just need to turn this rail so that it connects, and we can start sending shulkers on their way. So let me get down here and make sure everything goes smoothly. And of course I forgot to put the last activator rail in. Will that work? Oh no, I'm gonna die. And that completely failed. Alright, so round 2. We have another shulker on its way, and this time I've covered as much as I can up with buttons, so hopefully this shulker goes into position. Alright, now let's see. Come on, please. Where did you teleport to? Where on earth did you teleport to? It was at this point that I realized I might not know what I'm doing, and I might need to talk with someone who does know what they're doing, so let's go converse with the Council of Shulkers. Alright, so I spoke with the Council of Shulkers and they showed me what I need to do. First, I needed to adjust this rail so that it came up to the left side of the chamber for the shulker, and we moved it so that the activator rail was here rather than here, and that will spit the shulker out directly onto this now temporary block instead of the stone pressure plate that we had on top of the scaffolding previously. And now it's also important to have a potion of invisibility so that whenever you're moving around this shulker, it's not going to see you and try to annoy you. So now we send our shulker off on its way. Alright, so now before the shulker gets down here, I'm going to take my potion of invisibility and make it so I'm only wearing one piece of armor so it can't see me. And that should spit it out onto the temporary block. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to trick it into turning side. Oh, it can still see me. It just duplicated. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so to start this off, I'm going to break the activator rail there. And when it's closed, I'm going to put a glass on top of it, and this should make it rotate sideways. And now I want to make it go upside down, so I need to break the temporary block underneath it. Put the stone pressure plate back there, and as long as it closes and we can put the glass back, it should eventually go upside down. Alright, close please. And there we go. It worked. We got the shulker upside down. Alright, now that we actually have a shulker in here where we want him, I'm going to hit him with the splash potion of regeneration. Make sure he's as full health as possible so he doesn't accidentally die in there. Because, trust me, it took a lot of attempts to get him in there. So now what I'm going to need to do is reroute this rail to bring all of the shulkers over onto here, and we want to get them standing on this platform here so we can pick them all up at the same time and send them into the Shulker Gun. So as you saw in that mini time lapse, we made sure to button everything up so that the shulkers only had one place to teleport to, and we collected up 23 shulkers on this pedestal ready to get put and loaded into the Shulker Gun. But I have a few things that I really quickly want to do first. Yeah, all the shulkers were really low health, so we healed them up real quick, and now we need to get into this redstone mechanism at the back here to collect up all of the shulkers in one block and get them loaded up into the Shulker Gun. Okay, now that I'm up here, I just really don't want to get the attention of any of these shulkers, so how many? I only have 3 minutes left. Alright, let me just get down here. Alright, so this is locked, so when I put something into here, the minecart shouldn't come out yet. Okay, that's good. So now this should be exactly 23 minecarts in here. And when I unload them like this, they'll all get loaded up right out front of this dispenser here. And once that is done, I can sneak around here and press the button, and it picks up all of the shulkers and puts them into position. Alright, so now I need to sneak below and flip this lever, and that pushes them up. And last but not least, we press this button here to push them into the system. So now we'll push the last. Alright, now we put the lava bucket in place, and that will lock all of the shulkers in. And that's pretty much the shulker gun complete. So now, in order to test this shulker gun, we're going to need to spawn in the snow golem that's going to anger the aggro shulker. So we come up here, break this button, get 2 snow blocks down and a pumpkin on top. And you share that pumpkin and you got yourself a snow golem. So now, if I put a minecart here and we launch the minecart, he should go in, see the shulker, aggro him. Did he not aggro him? Okay, there we go. A slight fix, and now the shulker gun should be working, and that should also mean that if I come up here and break this, we will have shulker bullets flying up here. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hey, there's a slime. Mr. Slime, come this way. Now, I ask you this question. Have you ever seen slimes fly? Alright, this is hilarious. I'm going to have so much fun with this. I'm so happy that this is built. Oh, he's so creepy. He's just flying towards me. Okay, Mr. Slime, you can go. Alright, now when we want to turn the system off, we do have an off switch over here in the form of a little bit of a pulse extender which controls the rails so that he comes to the second rail, which sends him back to his home station, which will eventually make the shulkers not angry at him, and the shulker gun turns off. Alright, so now that the shulker gun is fully functional, I guess the next step in today's episode is going to be upgrading this area and turning it into the actual battlegrounds that I want it to be. And the shulker gun arena is finally complete. Ignore the Steve skin, but as you can see, we've got this arena which was designed after the pro bending arenas from Legend of Korra. That was the design, and DouglasGordo MC, another YouTuber, helped me come up with the idea of what I was going to do for this arena. So if you haven't checked out Doug already, make sure to check him out. And yeah, so basically I've got the mob farm running up above, and periodically we get zombies and skeletons pouring into this place. And I think, is the shulker gun on? And just out here over outside of the arena, we've got 2 buttons here. One is to turn off the shulker gun, and one is to turn on the shulker gun. Okay, so now we have 2 zombies in here, and let me get into the arena. I'll bring them towards the center, because now the shulker gun is on, and we're going to have some shulker bullets coming into the arena now. And it's going to add a whole lot of excitement around here, I think, because that's going to make, flying mobs. Who else has an arena with mobs that fly around it? Now, I personally think flying skeletons would be quite the scary thing in Minecraft. Don't you think that? Leave a comment below. What do you think is the scariest mob that you could see just having the ability to fly around? Vexes are already a pain, I know, but what mob would you like to see being able to fly. Alright, here we go. Look, now we've got some levitating mobs in the arena. Okay, yeah, so that is basically the idea of what we're expecting around here. Mobs to pour in from the mob farm, eventually try to levitate to attack us, and I think he's more focused on... Oh, nope, he's still focused on attacking me. The Shulker took him out for me. I love this arena. This project has been a ton of fun. But this is probably where I'm going to have to call the episode for today. In between episodes, I'm going to be going around to all the caves around this area, trying to get absolutely everything lit up, so that Mob Farm's cranking out zombies and skeletons for this arena. But yeah, thanks again to fairlyHard for helping me design the Shulker Gun floor, for the guy 1604 for the inspiration for using a Shulker Gun, and DouglasGordo MC for the inspiration for this build. I'll see you guys next time. Water Tribe, out. I guess Steve out. Yeah. Steve out.